Hi everybody, welcome to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream.
We knew they were there. They've been watching us, and it's kind of creepy because you know where you go in your yard or up on the street, you know
They're there.
watching.
They're watching you.
And it's creepy, the hooligans.
But Erin got them on film.
So, here's the mama and her little twin fawns. Now, they're super adorable, and right now you're going, oh my gosh, Erin, that is the coolest little thing that you have, these mama and the two little fawns. Except for these are the little monkeys. They eat all of our garden with absolutely zero shame, and they have absolutely zero inclination of going up the mountains because why would you? It's totally cool. Dear. It's totally nice there. There's lots of green stuff. Little rat face. One of the things I think a lot of women would want to know, because I'm obsessed with details, is so what's included? Because you mentioned this is an all-inclusive package that once you come, everything's taken care of. So what exactly does that mean?
Yes, absolutely all-inclusive. These women just need to get themselves there. Even people coming from out of town will grab you from the airport, take you to the house. All of your meals are included. All the comforts of home are included that you might possibly need. Fabulous chef-prepared meals.
Wow. Just not having to cook for yourself is making me kind of misty right now.
Not having to cook for yourself, not having to clean up after anybody. We really take care of you and give you that space to pause and reflect and not have any additional outside tasks or chores to do.
Look, you have to do this with me. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's the best investment you can make in your career, although you should be making your boss pay for it. If you want to check the ToddandErinDailyStream.com, I have some suggestions on how you request that you be sent to this retreat. Anyway, if you go to chocolatevilla.com, click on the retreats, and if you mention Todd and Erin at if you're going to book the retreat, they will give you 10% off.
Plus, I'm going to take the kids to Wendover, so...
That's reassuring. All right, tell me something good. Imagine being like a newbie on the job.
A newbie?
You're brand new. You're out the gate.
Yeah.
This is an FBI investigator, Troy Sowers.
Uh-oh.
The first case he gets is terrifying.
What is it?
This is Washington State, and a woman who was posed as a doctor came in and stole an infant out of the NICU.
When was this?
This was 30 years ago. Now,
oh my gosh, that's when it was like they didn't have any security,
yeah,
right?
because we all know what it's like now. I can't even imagine anything as a parent that's more terrifying. And he's assigned, they're like, track this down, track it now. If we lose sight of her,
and he's
this
an
baby's
FBI
gone.
dude. Okay.
So he's going through everything. He's chasing. He manages to find the baby.
Shut up.
And this is a miracle. I mean, this was literally after he'd only been in the field for 2 months. So he found the little guy, got him back to his family.
He found the little guy, if I remember the story correctly, in a cardboard box.
Yes.
Behind, what, a dumpster?
Yeah, like a 7-Eleven or something.
I know.
The woman had panicked and hidden the baby and ran.
Right.
So he found this little guy, took him back to his family. Now, all these years later, he's about to retire.
30 years.
And they were talking about how amazing it is and things that really matter to him. And his daughters were trying to think about this, going, what can we do for Dad's farewell that would be awesome? So they tracked down this little dude.
Because this was one of his favorite stories.
Yes, who is now, he often told it when he was looking on the highlights of his career. So they found this little dude, tracked him down, and said, could you please come? So they're having his big ceremony, and the other agents are sharing funny stories about him, and they're talking about some of the things that he's done. And then instead of a highlight reel for his career, out walks U.S. Marine Corporal Stuart Rembert. Now, he wanted to thank the man who had saved his life. And that included a childhood with 5 brothers and sisters, high school years on the drumline, and then he'd gone to Junior Reserves Officer Training Corps, years in the Marine Corps, and he said, I wanted to shake the hand of the man who saved my life. Now, at this point, this rough, tough FBI agent is down. I mean, he's hugging him, he's sobbing. It's unbelievable. And this kid says, I'm happy to tell you I'm living a good life, and I'm going to continue to live a good life. And your efforts that day, and all of your efforts since, have made a difference in this world. He said, I'm proud of what you did for me, and I've always tried to live up to that sense.
Boom. There you go.
Kind of makes your retirement ceremony kind of suck, doesn't it? Never mind the gold watch.
Thanks for the watch. It's plated.
Right. Isn't that gorgeous, though? And what an amazing thing. Now,
all right,
from beautiful, we go to...
Of the Brazilian president, Jair Bolsonaro. And so that was pretty close.
Sure.
And so anyway, he and his regime, his cabinet, they have been attacked for letting the Amazon rainforest be deregulated so that they
decimated.
can keep taking more and more for cattle land.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, no.
Because what we need is more beef instead of,
Oxygen.
ecosystem that allows us all to breathe. Yeah, okay.
So they deregulated a lot of the problems and the things that got in the way of the loggers, and they went in and have been doing this. And so as an answer to this, he has come up with a solution, and I think it's a great one. Just to correct the balance
Of the
world,
decimation of the oxygen and
that the world is looking at
Uh-huh.
in the Amazon, what he's suggesting to everyone is to eat a little less, and here's the science part, only poop every 2 days. I do not lie to you.
He did not say that.
Yes, it is.
He did not say that.
You can talk about environmental pollution. It's enough to poop every other day. It will be better for the whole world.
Was he drinking?
End of quote. So good luck with that, people. Good luck
Start
with that.
regulating.
Yeah.
Get that all.
So you could turn off a chainsaw or hold it in. That's all it is. All right.
How do I even? Never mind. I can't even. If I try to establish logic to that, my brain will explode and it will come out my nostrils. So.
I have my favorite story is coming up, by the way. I just want to tease that because
Okay.
this is the best story I have had for, I'm going to say 2 months.
Show off.
This is,
I've got a modern day
Gold.
horror story that's going to freak you out. Remember
Go
when we
ahead.
were all wigged out about the Amityville horror and it's like a books and movies like, the house is on.
Yeah.
No, that's nothing. This is real life. Now, this is unbelievable. Derek and Maria Broaddus bought a house in Westfield, New Jersey for $1.4 million.
wow.
They started-
Whoa, that's more than a house.
They also put in $100,000 for the renovations.
They have money.
And then as they were about to move in their children,
Yes.
the letters began.
What letters?
The letters began. The Broaddus family received the first one, where it had details about the couple's 3 children, the family's car, contractors they'd brought in, and it said, 657 Boulevard is anxious for you to move in. It's been years and years since the young blood ruled the hallways of the house. Have you found all of the secrets it holds yet? Will the young blood play in the basement, or are they too afraid to go down there alone? I would be very afraid if I were them. It is far away from the rest of the house. Will they sleep in the attic that you have renovated into a playroom, or will you sleep on the second floor? I'll know as soon as you move in, and it will help me to know who's in which bedroom.
You just grabbed my hand when you were reading that, and that's frightened me.
No, my heart's going. Now, there were 3 more letters like this. They were so clearly so hysterical. They called in police. They hired a former FBI investigator. They're like, you have to find out who's sending these letters.
Right.
Because they could not move in, nor would I. I don't care what we spent on the house.
Right.
And every time it looked like they might be moving in, another letter came with more information about the family.
And?
Well, eventually they were so freaked out by this, they couldn't find anybody. The FBI guy had profiled who it probably would be, and they said it was probably a close by neighbor, someone in their 50s or 60s who lived nearby. They staked out people they thought fit the profile, nothing. And they had been waiting, kind of hovering in limbo for 2 or 3 years, going, we can't move in until... And finally they gave up and they sued the people who owned the house before them because they had never told them that there was something like this happening, and the people before them had to admit they'd received a letter too. But just imagine that. Of all the things that you would lie about your house, like, oh no, there's no termites, lead paint.
We bought a cabin.
Remember the guy who was going to kill all of you? Look out for those letters. You don't see that in the disclosures anywhere.
On the disclosure
And
of
the
a cabin we bought, it said, we have bats. So go ahead.
And we did. They were awesome. They just ended up selling the house. They sold it for $959,000.
Oh, that's a loss.
Yeah, only like $500,000 plus years of therapy.
But aren't those people going to get letters too?
This is the weird thing. They're not commenting on who bought the house, but apparently somebody did. It's been up for sale for years, and someone bought the house.
Probably the guy writing the letters. I'm no FBI
You know,
agent.
that's playing the long game, though. If you're just looking for a bargain for real estate,
You
that's
need-
a long
That's
game.
someone without cable or internet.
But the FBI couldn't find out who it was. That doesn't creep you out at all.
That's
So, my modern day ghost story or horror story or something scary. So, tell us what this is, because you've been so excited.
whoa. We didn't do this, did we? And I wanted to talk about it. I have 2 stories now.
Do you want to
that
save
are
it?
awesome.
Because it's awesome.
Okay, I'll
It's
do
so
this one.
awesome. Save it.
I'll do this one. Burials. Serious topic. We've all been to funerals. Everyone does theirs in a different way. I had no idea there were so many different ways to do it.
You mean different cultures and how they would celebrate the end of someone's life? Or?
No, I'm talking about you can actually send them to outer space.
James Johan, who played Scotty in Star Trek, that's what they did with him.
You can transform someone into a diamond.
That seems more far-fetched, but okay, I'll walk with you on this one. What else?
You could do a green burial,
Which is cardboard?
wood box,
Yeah, cardboard caskets. They
put you in and cover you up and just let you go back to the earth,
compost.
which is cool.
You're composting.
They also have a celebration of life ceremony. Instead of having a funeral, end of life ceremony celebrates a person's life and legacy, often dedicated to an event planner who takes care of all the lineups and the activities and stuff like that. Not bad.
Sounds more like a family reunion.
Digital tombstones.
What do those do?
Slovenia. It's a cemetery in Slovenia. And it's experimenting with digital tombstones where you can show a picture and a video linking to a smartphone application of the person who is deceased.
You know, my first question is, can you sell ad space in order to make the money back spent on the tombstone?
That's Amazon.
I'm sorry, that would be my first thought. What can I just want to know. If this
Smart
is-
library in Tokyo. Cremation allows you to summon ashes with a swipe of a card. And it would come around like a vending machine. You can't take them, but you can see them. You can see the vase they're in, or the vase, whichever you prefer. Pet burials, where you get buried with your pet. Only after both of you pass.
Well, we both
it's
know-
not like the dog's going, no, no, no.
They have people who come here from all over the world, though. For some of them, Corky Raw, that's the name he uses. Corky Raw will actually mummify your pet.
It will.
And
Like
then
the
pet can be-
Egyptians.
yeah, and then the pet can be buried with you later.
Because they always have cats and stuff, don't they?
Corky Raw.
Never heard this one coming. You ready for this? In Florida, Memorial Reef. Now, it's a company that'll take your ashes and put them into a cement ball that's got holes through it. It's called a reef ball. And they will dump it into the ocean, an area where the reef is growing.
So
And-
the reef would grow around the ball.
And you will be a part of a reef, which is cool.
Oh, I kind of like that idea.
This is a little creepy. The living wake.
What
You go to
happens?
your own funeral ahead of your death, holding a living wake, offering family and friends a chance to say goodbye. Well,
They're gonna just lie and say all the good stuff.
you look great.
You know, it's not like
Live streamed funerals. Now, 20%, they say, of funeral homes do this now. They live stream it. Well, think of it. You can't. Chicago. Could we go to Chicago tomorrow? No. If people are in Alaska and their Florida friend passes away, why not do it on the internet? Why not be there and take that in?
okay, I can go with that.
If you cannot make
No, I can go. I can go with the live stream.
$3,000 of.
I can go with the live stream. I can
I
do
can
that.
too. I think it's good. This is my favorite. This is what I've been waiting the entire show for.
Oh no.
About once a month, the employees of this place go around and clean up scattered remains in this place where visitors sneak in ashes and disperse them at Cinderella's Castle and Pirates of the Caribbean and the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. I was. Yeah.
Once a month,
That's how often they have to make sure that.
because they put them in places that a
It's that
normal
it brought me
vacuum
so
doesn't
happy.
get to, and never have to clean up It's a Small World, though, do they? Because it's just not that popular anymore. Disney World. In Disneyland as well. So next time you're on Pirates of the Caribbean, think about it.
If you sneeze.
Oh, don't take your hands.
You just.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Keep-
not even wear a mask.
All right, you guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow on the Todd Darren Daily Stream.
Oh,
I've been waiting for that since I read that story.
Disneyland. That is so horrifying and yet
Pirates.
completely logical.
It makes so much sense.
I was so happy there.
Yeah.
Dump my ashes. None of us want you to
It's
do
the happiest place on earth.
that.
See you
The
tomorrow.
people who are sneezing.